What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb? Today, we're talking about two different things. We're talking about my final thoughts and review of Bunny Girl Senpai and what I think is going to be happening in the upcoming movie, which is coming very soon in early 2019, as far as we know. Of course, this is going to contain spoilers at random parts, but it's going to be mostly spoiler-free. I will let you know when a spoiler is about to be said. So with that being said, let's get into the video and play the intro. So 2018 brought us a lot of decent animes, it brought us a lot of bad animes, but it also brought us some classics too. It brought us another classic Attack on Titan season, another classic continuation of My Hero Academia, and of course the destruction of Sword Art Online, where everybody officially now believes Sword Art Online is a trash anime. Everyone liked it the first season, half the fan base jumped off the second season, but now, by the time we're at alkalization, everybody's off the Sword Art Online train. Just end it, it's over. But we also got a diamond in the rough that nobody expected to be as big as it ended up being, and that was Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai. At first synopsis, everybody thought that this was just going to be another generic, weird, Oni-chan loves sister-chan, also having a girlfriend type anime. Kind of a lot of fan service, but it ended up becoming way more than that. By the time Bunny Girl Senpai ended, everybody unanimously agreed that this is the slice of life anime of our generation. This is the romance anime of our generation. And this is the supernatural anime of our generation. This is just in general the top anime of 2018. 2018 brought us a lot of good anime, a lot of brand new stuff, including what I've already listed, Zombieland Saga, more JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and a lot more, way too many to name in one video. But this is the one that's going to stand out. When anime historians talk about 2018 in anime, they're going to talk about Bunny Girl Senpai. That's going to be one of the big ones they talk about, and how nobody expected it to be what it was. So what was Bunny Girl Senpai? Should you watch it? What are my final thoughts? Bunny Girl Senpai, every episode is following a different protagonist, all centered in the same world. Everybody suffers from one thing, adolescent syndrome. For those of you who do not know what an adolescent is, technically, the scientific realm of adolescency is up until you're 25 years old when your brain finishes developing. So this follows many people throughout their story, throughout their life, but it all centers around Oni-chan, Kaide-san, and Mai-san, and Futaba. Those are the four main characters that it centers around. Every single episode, there's a different friend of theirs that is having a different issue that they must work out. Sometimes it's the main characters themselves. Sometimes it's their student friends. Sometimes it's people they don't even know, but they end up becoming friends with due to what happens in the actual anime itself. Again, not spoiling what happens, you need to watch it yourself. That's my thing, you gotta watch this anime. I really enjoyed it, I think you would as well. But that doesn't mean the anime is not without its hardships. There are plenty spots inside the anime that doesn't make sense, or that just probably could have been better not left untold. There's a lot of things that do not add to the story, but when they add to the story, it all comes together for a phenomenal experience. Bunny Girl Senpai is quite possibly the grandest anime since Toradora, and that means a lot for someone like me to say that, because I was a part of the Toradora generation in 2008. I was a little kid, well, I wasn't a little kid, I was 11 I think when it was airing. No, I turned 11 while it was airing, and I remember watching it, and I was thinking, I want to be like Ryuji. Now I grew up and I'm nothing like Ryuji. If I'm more like any anime character, it's like, I don't know, the master in Naruto, I guess, where he just doesn't care and he just stumbles around all the time. I haven't watched Naruto forever, so I don't remember his name. But Bunny Girl Senpai, back on topic, it kind of shows through a bunch of different anime types and a bunch of different anime series as you go through it. One episode might be a slice of life anime. The next one might be a supernatural anime. The next one might be a romance anime. The next one might be a tragedy anime. Every episode is something different, and it keeps you wondering what's happening next, what's great. It has an amazing OP. It has an amazing, just amazing art style in general. Yes, it still has the generic anime art style. Well, not really generic, but the standard, I guess. But it adds on top of that for a lot of random 3D kind of CGI moments in it. But it also is able to make you feel something for the characters, which a lot of animes in modern time are not able to do. Everyone loves My Hero Academia. Nobody relates to My Hero Academia. Everyone loves Sword Art Online until this generation, or until this season, I mean. Now everyone hates it. But no one related to it at all. No one related to Attack on Titan. But Bunny Girl Senpai, everybody can relate to in some way to one of the characters. Maybe you're somebody who's just trying to stumble along and somehow it's working out for you. You can relate to Oni-chan. Maybe you're someone that's shy, that doesn't want to do a whole lot, that would rather keep to yourself. That's Kaede. Maybe you're someone who's outgoing and someone who actually puts yourself in situations that others would be very uncomfortable with. There you go. That's my son. Maybe you're an athlete. There's those characters in the anime as well. Maybe you're just a good student. There and there as well. Maybe you're a parent struggling to get a grasp of your children and you just feel overwhelmed. There's someone in the anime for you to relate to. Everybody has someone to relate to inside this anime, which made everybody just kind of feel overwhelmingly warm inside as you watch it. The ending to this anime, no spoilers of course, but the ending is phenomenal. I don't think there could have been a better ending to it. Yes, it was a very sad ending. It was very, very disappointing, I guess you could say. But when you look at the whole series as a whole, up to this point, it's really good because that leaves room for a sequel. It leaves room for a season 2 or a part 2. But this, now, I'm going to tell you if you should watch it or not. So I'm kind of going to be transitioning into the next point about the movie. I do think you should watch it. My final rating on this anime is going to be 10 out of 10. And that's saying a whole lot because my only other animes that have been 10 out of 10 throughout my entire life was Bunny Girl Senpai, of course, Attack on Titan up to this point, Toradora, High School of the Dead, and Kimi no Na wa. Those are my only 10 out of 10 animes, ever. Even Akira, and I loved Akira. It still was not a 10 out of 10 for me, but Bunny Girl Senpai is a 10 out of 10 for me. So, do I believe you should watch it? Absolutely. It's streamable on Crunchyroll, I think Funimation, and I heard Netflix is working on getting rights for the anime to stream it on their platform as well. So you might want to jump ahead of the curve before this becomes some kind of long-running series, because given the stories that we have, it could branch off into every season being about a different character. So maybe you want to catch up on it now before it's too late. You'd be ahead of the curve. And now let's move on to the movie. So the movie is coming fast. The movie is coming fast. It's coming next month, or not next month, next year in 2019, which is like a week away. It's kind of crazy. But 2019 is just going to be bringing us so many different anime movies. We talked about it the other day with who approved of My Hero Academia live action. Still not happy about that. But Bunny Girl Senpai, we don't know if it's going to be a full-length CGI style film for the theater, or we don't know if it's going to be a streamable thing just on Crunchyroll, Funimation, and everywhere else. I would prefer it to be an actual theater type thing, because it could be like Kimi no Na wa if they do that. Get a nice English dub. Yes, an English dub, because that'll improve its chances of blowing up like Kimi no Na wa. So with a nice English dub, more fans will come in for it. More fans will want to watch it. They'll have more reasons to make a sequel, a season 2, and maybe a second movie. You never know what this could turn into. It could be, like I said, it could turn into a very big deal. This anime could. I believe the story of the anime, this is when the spoilers come in, by the way. I believe the story of the anime would have a very, very good chance of playing out kind of like the anime itself, except this time, continuation from season 1. You know, maybe Oni-chan's gonna help Kaede get her memories back. Maybe he's gonna be going off with my son doing random things again. I would prefer the movie to be about getting Kaede's memories back from the last 2 years, because of course you know, once you finish the anime, she's lost all her memories. So I would very much prefer the movie to be about them trying to get her to regain her memory and everything she said and did throughout that time period, because it's kind of, you know, kind of emotional when you think about it right at the end. I would also like to see a bigger development between Oni-chan and Mai-san. it would be very, very interesting to see more of their story, which I don't know. It's been a really long time since there's been a anime romance like that was actually decent. So it would be very nice to see a much more in-depth approach to their thing. Maybe it's going to be a fast forward. Maybe they're all adults in the movie. Who knows? Maybe the movie is going to be Bunny Girl Senpai, but with new students and new people and new characters. You never know. It could be very interesting. We don't really have a whole lot to predict about it, but that's my predictions. And with that being said, please, if you haven't already, watch Bunny Girl Senpai. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Try not to die, and I will see you in the next video.